Paradigm 11, week 2 of Life Happens for You, Not to You. When I think about my week, yesterday, especially in particular, it surfaced the concept of time. The concept of creation versus reaction and the relationship you have with time. So in the perception and the acceptance, the mindset shift of life is happening for you, not to you, there is a very important relationship awareness with time that should come into this factor, because usually our experience of life and fulfillment is based off of what we're experiencing through our days, and how our days flow creates how we are connected with ourselves and others, and how we are connected with ourselves and others usually stem and control what we're doing to take care of ourselves and how we show up and what we eat, and it's the spiral effect, correct? Yeah. And so when we are in this reaction phase of our life, we are usually likely to go to level 1 consciousness, victimhood. And you will not make as wise of choices. Your communication won't be as genuine. Your perception of yourself and others will be either dull or bitter. And so time is a huge thing that we all have in common, and I believe we all struggle with, myself included. I've actually done a lot of work with my coach Vanessa around my relationship with time. There's 2 scenarios that I find myself often going in and out of. The first one is I give it the power to keep me or control me in a state in which I'm not desiring. So I use it as an excuse of I don't have enough time, I'd have a better experience if I could have more time. And the reality of the situation is when I say I don't have enough time, I don't have clear priorities, therefore I'm not managing my time correctly. The second scenario with time that I often find myself going into is the responsibility and expectation that I'm giving it to create something that I'm desiring, the thing I'm desiring, or the state in which I'm wanting to experience. And again, that's a very unfair thing to do. It's not very, I almost want to say responsible, but it's just, it's not going to be proven to be successful, because if I'm not doing anything, if I'm not taking any action steps in creating, that's a lot of pressure for a thing in which only I can control on how I react and what it creates, and the experience. It's not going to work. So this week in the Life Happens for You, not to you, I want you to really pay attention to how is your relationship with time. Okay, are you a person who is giving it the power to keep you in a state in which you do not desire? Or are you kind of relying on it or expecting it to just like miraculously create a better situation that you're desiring? And in addition to that, with the things that happen in life, whether they make you super angry or excited, sad, aroused, like there's all sorts of things and ways in which we react to people, places, or things in life. I want you to, instead of coming from that victim state of like, why the hell is this happening? Or, oh my gosh, why can't this happen all the time? Create versus react. If it's something you don't want to be experiencing, create something different. Take ownership. If it's something you are really happy to be experiencing, good. Take notes. Find ways to create more of that in your life. So I hope this makes sense. If it doesn't, private message me or call, email, text. I'm happy to have a discussion on the side. But really, as we go into the busiest phase of the year, the holiday season, that usually tons of sabotage, tons of stress and anxiety comes with it, really dial in to how you're associating with stress, and then what your patterns are with creation versus reaction. That's a wrap. I'll see you next week.